Kidd Kraddick in the morning.
The Showbiz Top 5.
Hey, this is Kellie Rasberry. I've got your Showbiz Top 5 for Tuesday, April 14th. Gabe, have you got your taxes done yet? You should really get on that if you haven't. Tomorrow's tax day, people. If you haven't yet, filed an extension if you need to. All right, here's the big gossip for Tuesday. Mariah Carey was photographed looking, well, not her usual skinny self. I will not say that she looks fat. She just looks heavier than she has normally lately. And of course, that adds fuel to the fire that she's trying to get pregnant if she's not pregnant already. I know through personal experience, going through fertility treatments, that it does tend to put on a little weight. Caused me to gain about 10 or 12 pounds. Eating like a maniac didn't help either. But that could be part of the reason she's a little puffier than usual. She twittered that she completely blames bad lighting and that bright peach dress for making her look a little heavier, and she says if it is true she's gained weight, she's going to move her personal trainer back into the house. Now, after 28 years of marriage, Mel Gibson's wife Robin has finally filed for divorce. The word is they've been separated for about 3 years, but in the papers under the separation date she put to be determined. That's a really big deal because 3 years ago, when Robin and Mel allegedly split, he was worth about $900 million at that point. Now, if he or she can say that's the date they split, she's only entitled to half of that $900 million, and any earnings after the date of separation, she can't split 50-50. So that's a big point in the divorce. Now, why, after 3 years of separation, did Robin finally decide to pull the trigger and file the divorce papers? Could have something to do with this Russian musician whose name is Oksana, a hot young thing with long flowing dark hair. And reportedly, Mel's been seeing this woman for a little while now, but it's just getting more brazen, and they were recently photographed together canoodling on a beach in Costa Rica. So perhaps Robin was able to look the other way for a while, but now it's just too much embarrassment for her. That's just speculation on my part, which is what I do. Queen Latifah's former makeup artist and former stylist joined forces, and they are suing the Queen for a combined $1 million. They say it's money they owe her for services rendered. But the word is they tacked a couple of zeros on that bill, basically to keep them quiet. Hush money. So they won't talk about her rumored lesbian lifestyle and her ongoing relationship with her personal trainer. Now, Queen Latifah says, you know what, I'm never going to comment on this stuff. People can assume what they want one way or the other, so maybe this won't really pose much of a threat to her. But basically, it's looking more like a situation where this is blackmail instead of just a simple lawsuit. So after Samantha Ronson dumped Lindsay Lohan, first thing she did was dye her hair back to the natural red, and then went and got a tattoo. We didn't know exactly what she got done, and finally now people are saying she went on her wrist and tattooed a Marilyn Monroe quote. She's a huge Marilyn Monroe fan, and it says, "Everyone's a star and deserves the right to twinkle," and then has lots of little pretty colored stars around it, either very tiny lettering or a big wrist on that girl, and I'm going to go with tiny lettering because she's really skinny lately. Have you seen her? Lindsay needs to add a little carbs to her diet lately. And there's at least one woman who is not afraid to date Chris Brown, and her name is Natalie Mejia. Really crazy because I'd never heard of this girl group called Girlicious, basically a spinoff from the creator of the Pussycat Dolls. And then I'm on the treadmill at Gold's Gym yesterday and look up on the video monitor, and there's this Girlicious video. Well, Natalie is a Girlicious girl, I guess you'd call her. Anyway, she and Chris Brown were photographed coming out of a tattoo parlor together, and she made some comment to the press because, of course, she's going to use this opportunity to say that Chris has been a perfect gentleman to her and that their relationship and things are going very well between them. And then she went on her MySpace and wrote, "Love the people who treat you right, forget about the ones who don't, and believe everything happens for a reason." I can't stand, I'm one of those people that doesn't believe everything happens for a reason. So she's, in this line of thinking, she's saying, okay, Chris beat up Rihanna, which finally made her dump him so I can have him. There's the logic in that, right? Makes perfect sense. Well, anyway, Chris's rep is going out of his way to say, look, there is nothing going on between Chris and this Natalie girl. He's not seeing anyone. Probably trying to keep that one under control and under wraps until after he goes back to court on April 29th to find out what charges he's going to have to face if he's going to have to court with this whole Rihanna beating deal. And that's your Showbiz Top 5 for April 14th.